Boom, 2025, how to wholesale auction properties. My name is Justin, Mr. CMB, and make sure you just watch this video to the end because you're going to learn how to do this completely. And then if you want to actually learn the entire business, be able to do it over and over again, and with AI that I incorporated into it, and I've built a community also too. Click the link below, Legacy Lasting Blueprint. You can get it today, and you got a 90-day money back guarantee. I mean, if you follow the steps, you're going to get to do it. It just is what it is, right? So here we go. I'm going to get right into it. How to wholesale auction properties. So first thing you want to do is you want to actually look for properties in your state. You want to start in your state because you want to cast a wide net because it's your first time, or maybe you haven't done this before. So it's basically wholesaling a property. You're taking property. I don't want to give them free promo. You're taking property uh, that's in auction and you're going to sell it to a buyer, right? So you may have to do this either off market to an investor or a company, or you may want to do this with like a private investor, someone who's a cash buyer, right? So boom, boom. Got that? Here we go. So what you want to do, I'm gonna click this property because this looks pretty cool. Actually, I already have it pulled up. As you see, boom. It's 355 Seaway Drive. It has all the details you need. The only thing you need to know is the address, bed and bath count, square footage. For some reason, they have pictures from like 2006 because for some reason in 2025, they can't use even just like a basic Google phone or Galaxy phone or an iPhone. It's really, really weird. They're always bad. All right, the property's vacant. You want to actually go with vacant properties since, yeah, and I usually wouldn't say go with properties with people in it because then may have to, you're going to have to worry about the eviction process. And I am at this point in my life, I don't want to deal with none of that, right? But you can if you want to. It's not my choice, it's your choice, right? Also, the bid increments, the current bid, and big increments means for every bid it goes up $10,000. Now, I was actually just on this. It went up about $150,000 in the past hour because I was actually looking at this property, right? It ends July 29th. All right, so what you want to do is put all the information into a spreadsheet. I actually have a sheet that's built for the business. It's super simple, and I have AI to make this even easier for you, right? Because this is a part-time business, so you can make a full-time income. You want to make $100,000, $200,000, learn how to buy houses in different ways because the market's actually out of control right now. So boom, you got cash flow, and you actually know how to buy a house in a different way without kissing like a bank's ass if you don't want to, right? So what you want to do is find comps for this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Zillow. And yes, a lot of you are going to be like, oh, well, I use PropStream. That's great. You can use PropStream. I'm just saying like you can use that too. So, right. Let's not let's not do that right now, right? So what you want to do is take this address, and I have it pulled up twice. It's this out of this. You're going to copy and paste it. Boom. And what we're looking for comps. Comps are comparables, which means comparables determine the actual true value of the home. So if you have three houses within 1 square mile, that's a three bed, two bath with similar square footage, and you want to take the lowest number. So let's say, for instance, let's say 675, 700, and 665. You could take the average, but I usually take the lowest one because it helps when you're like putting the deal together. Not necessarily putting the deal together, but when you're bidding, so you can know how much you're going to make, right? So boom, here we go. What we're going to do is look for comps right here. So what we're going to do is three bed, two bath. Boom. And the way you find comps up here is sold, three bed, two bath. You click that down. And I use the exact match just because I know the area. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it makes it a little bit easier. And also, by the way, home type. You want to make sure it's just homes if it looks like a home. Now, if it's like a trailer or a mobile home, obviously you're going to do manufactured home and so on and so forth, right? Apply, boom. And what you want to do is look for the three lowest comps, like I said before, and that are as is, because what you want to do starting out, you never really want to do any work or too much work. But because I wanted you to get to your first couple of deals as fast as possible. So we want to make this as easy as possible, right? So you want to find the three lowest in a similar bed and bath count. I'm not going to do it because you could do it for yourself. And then what you want to do is put that into my spreadsheet that's in the Legacy Lasting Blueprint. Voila. And we have a community that I'll go live in and answer questions in, right? So boom, back to that. Now you have your comps. Now you want to find actual CMA. You want to run a CMA report with an agent. Now, what you do here, it's pretty simple. I'm already logged in. Is you'll click at the top on realtor.com, find realtors. You'll put in the zip code. Now, what's the zip code for this area? It's 34652. Voila. And guess what? Sorry. It's 34652. You know, we're clicking right now. What you want to do is reach out to at least 5 to 10 agents. Reason why, because some are just not going to get back to you. It just is what it is. But you want someone that's investor friendly, and you're going to send them a text message and give them a call real quick. And I show you exactly what to say, so you can either they'll be actually wanting to move forward with you, or it weeds them out, which is great because you don't want to waste time, right? Because we want to do this 1 hour a day. I mean, you could do this a half hour a day. It's super simple. And when I mean a day, you could do that 5 days a week, half hour, sometimes hour for one day, 15 minutes one. It doesn't take long to do this business at all. And then what you want to do is get a CMA report from them, and you're going to get that, and you're going to look at to make sure that those comps line up with this. Maybe Zillow's a little bit lower. Maybe the CMA report is a little bit higher. So this is more accurate data. So you want to go with that. So for instance, let's say the actual it was what 700,000 was the actual I believe was the actual value on Zillow. I'm just using that as an example. So let's say we want to make at least like $40,000 on this property, right? So if we know that the lowest comp, let's just say hypothetically, is 650, right? Then we also want to at least, I would personally bid, the words bidding at, it's at 350. And let's say the sale price for as is at 650. We know we can get 650. And we also know on the CMA report, these properties move in 45 days. So nine times out of 10, we're going to hold it if we're listing it, not selling it privately. Follow me. Listing it with that agent, not selling it privately. And I'll get to this scenario in a second. Then what we'd want to do is I would personally bid no higher than maybe like 580. And that's including like a oops factor, 10% where you want to actually make sure just to make sure anything goes wrong, at least like 10%, right? So I would do like 580 all in, and there we would go. And obviously, you don't want to go above what you bid, don't feel pressured to, right? And let's say you do, this is a good property, you know you can move it. Maybe I would do 590 just to be a little more riskier. But I would suggest maybe like 580 if it's your first time, don't worry. And let's say you win the bid. Now you have like a $70,000 buffer to when you know you have carrying costs. And then you're going to raise money to pay for this property because you're not going to buy it. What you're actually going to do is reach out to investors, let them know about the deal ahead of time, and they wire money directly to the title company. Build a rapport so you're not actually holding the money, and then you can list it with the agent. Boom, you sell, everybody gets paid. It's a wonderful day. And now, if you go to a private investor, you're going to find them first as soon as you're bidding, or when you actually want to bid, present the deal because the deal's going to be good because you hedge your bets. Now, you want to make sure what those comps are. You never want to go above that, right? And I have in my sheet of how to determine like whether it's any damage on the inside, outside, and you could figure out their picks. The agent can help you out with that. It's really simple, and I made it super easy for you. And that's how you make money wholesaling auction properties. It's really, really simple. Then, if you want to do this today, which I suggest you will, you can beat inflation, you can make more money, see these five-figure checks, learn how to buy properties in a different way, and maybe you want to buy a property for yourself soon, maybe in like another year or so. This is one of the best strategies in the world because you could do this anywhere in the world. I travel a lot, that's why I like it, and I don't really like running around going to properties. I'm over that at this point in my life because I do other things, but this is one of the best ways that was able to like at least get me free off of that and be able to make money, buy properties, and still be in real estate. So click the link below, Legacy Lasting Blueprint, like, comment, share, subscribe. That's how you wholesale auction properties in 2025. So let's get it.